Guys, alright, throwing a no bus code, and I'm sure the one that's looking at this video now, you're throwing the same thing. This is on the 99 Sebring, the no bus code. There's a couple ways that you can clear this code without having to go through too much work, but you're still going to go through a lot of work just to get to what you need to get to. First thing is first, go ahead and disconnect your negative terminal on your battery. Then all of a sudden you want to come in here. You've got a wood grain plastic plate that actually goes around your radio and your thermostat control. Okay, it's just held on by a couple clips. Set it off to the side. Please make sure that you do not bust those clips, because God forbid on how much one of them are. You've got, okay, now we can get in here. You got a screw here on this side, got a screw there, then you got 2 screws down there, so 4 screws all in all to remove this. You got a screw right there on the side of the dash. Next you want to do is you want to come in here, just want to grab up here and just kind of pull and prise with your hands, no screwdriver, just pull it. It will pop loose all the way around. Alright, especially on this side over here. You want to drop your steering wheel down, so that way you can get the dash out and lay your dash somewhere where it doesn't get broke. Do not have to worry about this black piece, okay, because it's glued onto this, on the dash piece, so you don't have to worry about that. Once you get all this removed, then now you're looking at the cluster. You got 4 screws holding that cluster in. Get those removed, pull your cluster out, don't yank it out, just pull it out just a little bit to where you can get to the clips. You've got 3 clips to this cluster. You've got a blue clip on this side, you've got a red clip on this side, then you've got a little bitty white clip for your clock reset. Alright, on the blue clip and the red clip, there's tabs on top. You want to lift those tabs up and then pull. They're a little bit of a booger to get to. You might have to wiggle, finagle a little bit to get them out, but they will come out. And once you get that done and get the cluster completely out, then what you want to do is clean all terminals, get it all nice and cleaned up. Get something that's not going to melt plastic, because I had bought some electrical cleaner stuff that actually melt part of the plastic. Not bad, just real slight, just enough to where you can feel the roughness. Electrical cleaner ain't supposed to melt plastic, but I guess the stuff that I got actually does melt a little bit, which is kind of retarded if you ask me. I mean, why you want to make an electrical cleaner that's gonna, freaking melt plastic? But anyway, get them cleaned up. Even use rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol will work. Get you some Q-tips. Just make sure when you go to dry it, make sure there ain't no little fuzzy hairs or whatever that get in there, because you can actually cause that signal to lose. Because like I said, any junk, anything that gets in there, lost connection. Get those clean, put everything back together, and hopefully that solves your issue. If that does not solve your issue, hang on a minute. Alright. If that does not solve your issue, then it's probably your PCM, which means your computer, and it's going to be on the other side of your transmission module under the hood. You've got 2 big old, here I'll show you, I mean you got 2 big connectors that hook onto this thing. This guy right here, that's your for your transmission, it's control module. but you got this right here, your PCM computer that runs through the car. Alright, so when you get to that, you want to take all this stuff off, you know, your air breather. So if you don't know how to do that, just pop these two clips back, pull forward, this will lift, get you a big screwdriver, unscrew it here, and I think that's like a 15 millimeter. Undo that, this whole piece will just pull off. Be careful that you don't bust or break that hose when you pull it off. So, but that's that. So if that does not fix your issue, then you're going to be looking at one of these. So, and that PCM is about $1,000 part from the dealer. Yeah, I know what y'all are thinking too. Wow, too much money. Yeah, it is too much money, honestly. And then they're going to charge you probably another $80 to $100 to program it. Yeah, so they can get their money doing it. And then on top of that, tax. So think of tax. Don't want to pay that. You know, do not want to pay that. So looking around on eBay, $350, $320, $200. On down to $400. Well, I'm getting the one that's $235 or $250 or something like that. Something cheap, but you know, hey. But anyway, the person that I'm gonna be going through can actually program it. All I got to do is give them that number right there, which is the mileage and VIN number for this vehicle. Once I do that, I can get one program sent to me, and I can just plug and play for $200 and something. Good to go. If that does not fix the issue, and I'm going to also tell you, if that don't fix your issue, then you're going to be probably looking at your wire harness. You could also have a wire that's broke. Could have some corrosion in a wire somewhere that you can't see. And now you got to figure out what wire is what. So that can be some time consuming there. But on my case, I don't think it's the wire harness. I really do not think it is. And the reason why I'm saying that, and the reason why I'm saying it's the computer, is because the other day, it did it to me the other day. I can sit there and turn the key. Alright, shows no bus. I can wait 10 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever, turn the key back on, and guess what? Everything goes back working. The top even goes back working. So I know that that computer is probably about had it and everything, and that is what's causing my issue. I don't think the computer is completely fried, because every once in a while everything will go back working fine, and then all of a sudden I go to shut it down and then nothing goes back working again. Everything's no bus. But I'm really highly thinking the reason what caused that was here the other day that I had to change out a alternator wire. It was a black with a white stripe. Now I don't know how it is on y'all's, but on this one it was a black and white stripe. After I got to replacing everything, well, I went to hook this wire up and the thing just started sparking like crazy. So I quickly disconnected it. And I'm thinking that's what caused my PCM to burn out. So I'm thinking there was some corrosion in that wire that was causing feedback, or it could have been trying to ground itself out on the alternator. So I went down, got a new alternator, got a new wire, plugged it in, and now you can see that I can actually hook up my negative wire now. So I'm thinking that was the big issue of me trying to play with it and everything else, and it's causing too much feedback. So I'm thinking it trying to burn something out on that computer, the PCM. So just a suggestion, when y'all run into this issue of no bus, take your cluster out, clean everything off, see if that works. If that don't, then go ahead and look at you a new computer, PCM. Or just double check, make sure all your wires is hooked up properly and that you don't have any breakage or anything in the wires. So if you don't, then probably more than likely, if you're running, like I said, if you're running the same issue I am with everything working one day and then all of a sudden it quit, no bus, Yeah, probably more than likely your PCM's going out. So, just a suggestion. Alright, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'll talk to y'all later, and hopefully I can get this thing fixed here in about a week or two and get this vehicle on the road, get it sold, and whatever. Alright, later guys, and God bless you.